In this training video, I will teach you how to prepare for a job interview. If you want to know how to pass every job interview at the first attempt, make sure you stay tuned. And just very quickly, if you are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thousands of you, and I mean thousands of you, are passing your interviews at the first attempt. I can only help you if you are subscribed, and please hit the like button because that really does energize and motivate me to create more great content for you. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, let's get straight into the tutorial. To begin with, let me explain why you must watch this video. Improving your job interview skills will do three things as follows. Number one, it's going to save you lots of time. Once you learn how to prepare for a job interview, you can replicate that same preparation for every job you apply for in the future. Number two, it will get you more job offers. And number three, it will definitely get you a higher salary. So to help you pass your job interview, I'm going to start off and tell you the three things you must always do before you attend your job interview. Make sure you take notes. The first thing you must do before your interview is research the company. This is absolutely vital to your success. Now, the majority of candidates conduct little or no research about the company they are applying to work for. Now, they don't carry out any research because they apply for many jobs at the same time, which tells the hiring manager they are not concerned about which company they work for. Now, that has a problem for the hiring manager because it means they could leave the company soon after starting work for them because they realize the company doesn't align with their expectations. So when you research the company before your interview, do the following two things. Number one, research the company's About Us page. You can find their About Us page on their website. Make sure you look at their products and services. Find out what they actually do and the products and services they offer. You should also look at the company's website to learn about their mission and their company values. Make sure you find out what the mission is, learn it, and find out what the company's values are. I'll explain why you need to do that in 1 second. And step number two, make sure you follow the company on social media because that will help you become aware of their latest news stories. Now, in your job interview, very early on, the hiring manager is going to ask you this question. Why do you want to work for us? Now, once you have researched the company, you can give a brilliant answer. Let me now give you the perfect response to the interview question, why do you want to work for us, that will definitely impress the hiring manager. Make sure you write this down. Why do you want to work for us? Here we go. I want to work for you because having researched your company, your values align with mine. Your company mission tells me you are innovative and forward-thinking, meaning I will work on exciting projects that utilize my skills and be supported to reach my full potential. I also follow you on social media and have been impressed with how you engage with your customers, which tells me you strive to be a market leader. Write that down and practice it before your interview. The second thing to do before your job interview is to make sure you write down a list of your strengths. Here's why you should do this. So during the interview, the hiring manager will want to know how you are going to add value to their company. And you can explain how you are going to add value to the company by talking about your strengths periodically in the interview. Now, there are 6 brilliant strengths I recommend you use in your interview. Again, write these down. Strength number 1 is being adaptable and flexible. This means you will willingly carry out duties outside your job description to help the company in times of need. Those are really good strengths. Strength number 2 is a fantastic one, and that is to say that you are commercially aware. Now, an employee who has commercial awareness understands that the business has to make money or deliver excellent service to survive, and you understand that you have to do great things in your work to give the company a good return on your salary. Strength number 3 is collaboration skills. Now, lots of interview candidates say, one of my strengths is I am a good team worker, but when you use the words collaboration skills, it resonates more positively with the hiring manager. If you are a good collaborator, it tells the hiring manager you work closely with your co-workers and other departments to achieve the company's mission. Strength number 4 is being a good problem solver. So I recommend you tell the hiring manager you are the type of employee who always takes ownership of difficult problems to achieve a successful outcome. Strength number 5 is to say that you are cost conscious. You will take care of company supplies and resources to help save the company money, and you will also seek ways to make company systems more efficient to make the company again more profitable. And strength number 6 for interviews is to say that you are responsive. Now, if you have responsiveness, it means that you are dynamic and you act quickly to get all your duties completed as soon as possible. Make sure you write down those 6 strengths and use them in your interview. And to help you even further, during your interview, when the hiring manager says to you, what are your greatest strengths? Here's exactly what to say to utilize those 6 powerful strengths. What are your greatest strengths? Write this down. My greatest strengths are adaptability, commercial awareness, and responsiveness. I am adaptable, meaning I will be flexible with my job description to give you a greater return on my salary. I am commercially aware, meaning I understand that I must work hard to complete my tasks quickly. Finally, I am responsive, meaning I only have to be told to do something once and will need minimal supervision in my work. Other strengths include how I take ownership of problems when they occur, my cost-conscious work ethic, which will help save you money, and how I collaborate closely with co-workers to achieve the team's objectives. Again, pause the video, write down that answer, and use it during your interview. The third thing to do before your job interview is to make sure you prepare a 60-second introduction. Right at the very start of your interview, the hiring manager will say to you either, please introduce yourself, or tell me about yourself. Now, I recommend you use the same 60-second introduction for both questions, but what should you talk about in your answer? Let me explain. When answering either introduce yourself or tell me about yourself, I recommend you talk about 4 things. Write these down. Now, this structure for introduce yourself and tell me about yourself is called my seat structure. And you can remember this structure because you will be sitting down on a seat at your interview. Start off and talk about the skills you have that match the job description. Make sure you quickly read the job description before your interview because it will tell you the skills and strengths needed in the position. You will then talk about your education background and any experience you can bring to the company. Next, move on and talk about any achievements you have gained in your life so far, because that tells the hiring manager you have a track record of success. And finally, finish your answer and tell the hiring manager the type of person you are and what you are going to do in the role to help their company become the market leader. Okay, so when the hiring manager says to you either introduce yourself or tell me about yourself, let me give you a brilliant seat structure example answer. Write this down and practice it before your interview. Tell me about yourself. Thank you for this opportunity. I have the skills to match the job description. I am a responsive, commercially driven and adaptable collaborator who puts the needs of my team first. After graduating from college with excellent grades in subjects that are useful for this industry, I worked in several positions where I gained experience working on teams, completing challenging projects and delivering outstanding customer service to help my employer's business thrive. I am a high achiever. In my last position, I was praised by my manager for my strong work ethic and how I brought creative ideas to the team and helped train new team members. If you hire me, I will be a great role model for the company brand and take responsibility for my professional development to help the business become the market leader. And I look forward to sharing additional details in this interview regarding my suitability for this position. That is a brilliant answer to the question, introduce yourself or tell me about yourself. Don't forget to use my seat structure. Skills, education and experience, your achievements, and the type of person you are. Okay, we have now covered the 3 things you must do before your job interview. Let me now give you 5 really important tips for impressing in the interview. Again, make sure you write these down. Tip number 1 is to make sure you wear a smart outfit to your job interview. This will definitely help impress the hiring manager. The interviewer will form an opinion of you in the first 7 seconds of the interview starting. It does not matter if you are attending a face-to-face interview or an online interview. Make sure you wear a smart outfit. That will help do 2 things. Number 1, it will convince the hiring manager that you have high standards and it will tell them that you care about making a good impression. So tip number 1, make sure you wear a smart outfit. Tip number 2 is to make sure you are punctual. It goes without saying that you have to be on time for your job interview. If it is a face-to-face in-person interview, I recommend you arrive 10 minutes early. You can either sit in your car in the car park or sit in the reception and read the job description while you wait for the interview to start. Because if you are late for your interview, it tells the hiring manager you do not have good time management skills. Make sure you are punctual. Interview tip number 3 is to make sure you sit upright in the chair. Make sure you demonstrate good posture and good body language throughout the interview. You must also make sure you maintain eye contact with the hiring manager at all times, because this will help demonstrate good communication skills and confidence in your abilities. Tip number 3 is to sit upright in the chair and maintain good eye contact. Interview tip number 4, and this is a brilliant one, is to take with you to your interview a 30, 60 and 90-day plan that tells the hiring manager what you are going to do in the role to make a positive difference to their company. Make sure you take this plan with you to your interview. You can either give it to them when answering the question, why should we hire you? You can say, you should hire me because I am a perfect match for the job description, and I have created a 30, 60 and 90-day plan that tells you what I will do in the role if you hire me and I would like to give you a copy, or you can simply hand this plan to the hiring manager at the end of the interview just before you leave. If you want to download my ready-made 30, 60 and 90-day plans for job interviews that you can print off and take with you, click that link at any time in the top right-hand corner of the video. Tip number 5 is a very important one, but it is often overlooked by the majority of candidates. And that tip is to make sure you ask 3 smart questions at the end of the interview. Now, the hiring manager will finish the interview by saying this: "That's the end of the interview. Do you have any questions for us?" The majority of people say, "No, I don't have any questions because you covered everything in the interview." That is a missed opportunity to tell the hiring manager you are the perfect match for the job role. But which questions should you ask? Well, I recommend you ask the following questions. Write these down. Question number 1 is, can you tell me more about the team I would be a part of in this role? This is a very clever question to ask because it tells the hiring manager, again, you understand the importance of close collaboration in your duties. Question number 2 to ask is, what does excellence look like in the position? That is a brilliant question to ask because it tells the hiring manager you have high standards and also you are open to accepting feedback and guidance from them. And question number 3 is a terrific one to ask. And that question is, what opportunities are there for professional growth in the company? That question tells the hiring manager you are someone who wants to continually improve and develop their skills while working for their company. Make sure you write down those 3 questions and ask them at the end of your interview. Okay, we have now covered 2 very important things. Number 1, the 3 things you must do before your interview, and those 5 all-important tips that are going to help you impress the interviewer. Now, the next thing I would like you to do, and this is very important, is watch me pass a real job interview. You can watch this interview right now on YouTube by clicking that link in the top right-hand corner of the video. I give some powerful answers in a real interview and I get offered the job. Make sure you watch this. Now, if you want to accelerate your learning even further and download the answers I give in the interview, make sure you click that link in the top right-hand corner of the video. Head straight through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can instantly download my 30 brilliant answers to common but difficult interview questions. You can have this resource in your inbox literally within 2 minutes from now by clicking that link. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. As you can see, I am extremely passionate about helping you. I can only help you long term if you are subscribed. Please hit the like button because that really does energize and motivate me to create more great content for you. And don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. I have put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It is always an honor and a pleasure to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you very much for watching and for supporting my YouTube channel. I wish you all the very best for passing your interview. Have a wonderful day.